Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Manchester United news today. Man United and Liverpool plan bids for aggressive centre-back after failed Tottenham attempt. Manchester United and Liverpool are interested in signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace in the summer of 2025, with a report claiming that Ruben Amorim's side and Arne Slot's team are competing with two other top Premier League clubs for the signature of the defender. Guehi could not make an impact at Chelsea, but the defender has developed into one of the best in his position in the Premier League at Palace. A regular in the England squad, the 24-year-old has made 121 appearances in the league so far in his career. Guehi has scored 6 goals, given 3 assists, and kept 29 clean sheets in those games. Tottenham were keen on a deal for Guehi in the January transfer window and made a late bid of £70 million for the defender. Palace rejected it. Fishages is now reporting that Tottenham's failure to convince Palace to part company with Guehi has not deterred the likes of Man United and Liverpool. Both Man United and Liverpool are keen on the defender, who has been described as fast and aggressive by former England interim manager Lee Carsley, and are planning to make bids for the Palace star in the summer of 2025. Liverpool could need to sign a new centre-back if Virgil van Dijk does not sign a new contract. And even if the Dutchman does extend his stay at Anfield, the Reds have to think about his long-term successor. Despite having a number of defenders at his disposal at Man United, head coach Amorim could do with someone as reliable as Guehi. Leny Yoro is only 19, while Mathys Tel has not been overly impressive for the Red Devils. The report in Fishages has noted Tottenham's failed attempt to sign Guehi in the winter transfer window and has added that Chelsea and Arsenal are keen on a deal as well. William Saliba and Gabriel are the two main centre-backs at Arsenal, but there has been speculation that Real Madrid want the former, and there is always room for more competition in defence at the Emirates Stadium. Chelsea sold Guehi to Palace in 2021 for £18 million, and his development at Selhurst Park has caught the attention of the Blues. Any truth in Marc Guehi transfer rumours? Fishages is not one of the most reliable sources, but other more reputable media outlets have also reported interest in Guehi from Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Team Talks transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher reported in mid-January that Chelsea were planning a move for Guehi. Fraser Fletcher also reported in November that Liverpool were keeping an eye on Guehi's situation, with Van Dijk yet to put pen to paper on a new deal. Football Insider reported this week that Liverpool and Arsenal are likely to join the race for the defender in the summer of 2025. The report added that Newcastle United are planning to reignite their interest in the Englishman after their failed attempt to sign him last summer. Antony speaks out on potentially joining Real Betis on permanent basis after Manchester United loan exit. Manchester United winger Antony left the club on loan during the recent transfer window. Antony attempted to relaunch his Manchester United career under Ruben Amorim, yet found more of the same, in terms of both opportunity and his own performances. The Brazilian did not start a single game in the Premier League all season, yet when he did play, he was found wanting. While some of his issues can be attributed to both a lack of minutes and clearly confidence, performances across his 2.5 years at Old Trafford did not match expectations. Antony was sent on loan to Real Betis, with Manchester United getting the Spanish side to agree to pay the majority of his wages. Antony happy at Real Betis. Antony held a round of interviews at Real Betis as he settles into his new start, after clinching his move a week ago. Betis are optimistic Antony will play a big role, befitting of a player that once saw United pay a colossal fee for him. Antony spoke to AS and expressed that he is pleased with the decision to join the club, insistent they were not his only option. He said, "I had other offers, but when Betis appeared I felt a certainty in my heart that made me stay calm. I am happy here, and I want to achieve many goals. I am happy here for everyone, for the manager and the players. I feel calm and confident." He believes he has the platform now to start finding his form, commenting, "I want to find my best version, and the first step is to be happy. Everything here is incredible. My family and I are happy. Now it is time to work to be in my best version and help the club." Antony coy on staying at Betis. Antony was asked if he might stay at Real Betis on a permanent basis, but insisted it was a little early to discuss it. He said, "If I have to stay longer, I would have to talk to the president and everything. And for now I want to play and score goals and give assists." Underlining that he first needs to prove himself, he clarified, "I have to help the team. Later we can talk about that." One of Manchester United's most expensive ever signings, Antony has already made his debut for Real Betis in their 2-2 draw at the weekend. Ineos have inserted a clause into the deal that means if Antony does not play a specified number of minutes, Betis will be on the hook for a financial penalty. United are hoping he will recapture some form, sparking interest for a summer move, whether from Betis or elsewhere. While Antony would likely have to take a wage cut, his comments speaking about his happiness and playing football again provide some incentive to do so. Nicky but singled out one Premier League talent as a clear-cut example of the problems that Manchester United face in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. Ruben Amorim became the sixth permanent head coach at Manchester United since legendary former manager Sir Alex Ferguson bowed out of. Ange Postecoglou makes terms of Mathys Tel's Tottenham transfer clear after Star's U-turn. Tottenham signed the France U21 star ahead of Manchester United and Arsenal, and his new boss insists he will sign permanently in the summer in £45 million permanent deal. Ange Postecoglou says loan signing Mathys Tel will be a Tottenham player next season after charming him to sign over the phone. "I didn't bring him here for 6 months," said the Aussie boss. The Bayern Munich teenager hesitated over his move to Spurs amid interest from Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United. But after a deadline day deal was thrashed out for an £8 million loan, the France under-21 international is now set to make his debut in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg at Anfield on Thursday night. And it is understood that Tel, 19, wants Spurs to take up the option for a £45 million permanent deal in the summer and sign a 6-year deal. Asked about next season, Postecoglou said, "He'll be a Tottenham player, mate. He'll show everyone he's going to be a Tottenham player in the next 6 months. I didn't bring him here for 6 months." The Spurs manager revealed that Tel was more than 100% committed to joining the club 14th in the Premier League following an exchange of calls and messages that lasted a couple of hours. He laughed. "I felt that if I kept him on the phone long enough, I would wear him down." The gruff Spurs manager, 59, is not always full of bonhomie in his post-match interviews, but is clearly a smooth telephone operator. "I don't think it's smooth talking or selling," he claimed. "I think there's a real good story here which I really believe in. I got a sense pretty early on that there was a connection there, and he was hearing what he wanted to hear. It is a credit to him that rather than just jump at what came at him, he was very thorough in the way he made his decision. He's a goal scorer. He can take people on. He's got speed. He is exciting. I'd be very surprised if there was a club that wouldn't be interested in somebody like him. Tel can play as a number 9 or out wide." Archie Gray wanted to be a central midfielder, so who knows where Mathys will end up, said the Spurs boss. Tottenham were also interested in another French striker, Randal Kolo Muani, in January before the PSG forward decided to join Juventus. "There are plenty of people where it hasn't worked out," Postecoglou added. "Plenty. There's been a couple in this window. I definitely don't have a 100% hit rate, that's for sure." Spurs still added 4 players to their injury-hit Spurs squad, with former Lens centre-back Kevin Danso set to start against Liverpool. And Postecoglou will not risk defenders Mickey van de Ven and Cristiano Romero with Radu Dragusin ruled out for the rest of the season. "We are going to keep them ticking over in training and try to make sure they are absolutely ready without any more setbacks," he said. Tottenham take a 1-0 lead to Anfield as they seek An uncomfortable conversation is required about Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana. Mistakes have crept back into Andre Onana's game, and some Man United supporters believe he should be replaced. Just before halftime in last weekend's game against Crystal Palace, Andre Onana made an exceptional save to deny Jean-Philippe Mateta, but the referee didn't realize he'd got his fingertips to the ball and pointed for a goal kick, instead of correctly awarding a corner to the away team. Onana reacted to the save by celebrating as if he'd just scored a goal. That was a huge giveaway, and he clearly wanted to let everybody know he got a fine touch to send the ball wide. Mateta lost that battle against Onana, but the Crystal Palace striker won the war. Mateta fired his side to a 2-0 victory at Old Trafford, and Onana's first-half save was made redundant. Those who attended Old Trafford on Sunday will remember Onana's intervention to deny Mateta in the 40th minute because of his wild celebration. It is unusual for a goalkeeper to celebrate so passionately, and it felt telling that he felt the need to highlight a positive contribution. If Onana's form hadn't regressed in the last few months, would he have celebrated the save like he did? Probably not. The chances are Onana would have kept his head down and avoided attention from the referee, who had made a mistake by failing to recognize it was a Palace corner. United are in the middle of a bleak season and Onana's form has worsened, so it is no wonder that he instinctively celebrated a save that most in the ground didn't realize he'd made. "Pressure is for tires," was the iconic line produced by Alan Shearer during England's win against Switzerland on penalties at Euro 2024. Impressively, England's players remained calm in that shootout, but pressure can play wicked tricks on the mind and Onana is feeling the pressure. Onana was error-prone after signing from Inter Milan and fans questioned whether he was an upgrade on David De Gea. His mistakes in the Champions League meant United finished bottom of their group, and he has spoken openly about how difficult those first 6 months were. Onana struggled and didn't look cut out for the role, but he enjoyed a mostly consistent calendar year of 2024 and it seemed like mistakes had been eradicated from his game. He won the Premier League's Save of the Month award for his outstanding double stop against Crystal Palace in September and somehow bettered it against Fenerbahce in October. The Cameroon international denied Youssef En-Nesyri twice in a matter of seconds as Fenerbahce threatened an equalizer in the Europa League. He got down to his left before springing back to his feet to make another save, and Jose Mourinho described the saves as incredible. The Manchester Evening News were asked to nominate a few United players for a national-wide Player of 2024 survey, and Onana was among the candidates in the running for the award. Then it all started.